Negative. I don't roll down my window for checkpoints. Like people getting here is getting a DUI tonight. Are you guys giving them an option to have somebody, two sober drivers, come pick up the car, or are you going straight for the impound?
No, unfortunately, under New York State law, we have a mandatory 12-hour impound of any vehicle that was arrested for DWI.
The lieutenant says that a car must be impounded for 12 hours. And this sounds suspicious. Hint, starts the investigation. Policies/laws
Village laws, policies.
on DUI or DWI cars. The lieutenant told me there's a policy and a state law, which he couldn't decide which one it was. Yeah.
That's not allowed here. Please leave our facility.
I hear you requesting that, but I'm gonna have to respectfully decline to leave.
HIPAA protected information. Our people that come to this building are protected by privacy laws.
Is your body camera
Get out of my way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching me.
Officer safety.
Quit touching me. Why is he touching me?
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrass me no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask you.
With bald hair.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait for the squad, guys.
Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification.
You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
This video begins on December 17th at a DUI checkpoint in the village of East Aurora, where state troopers and East Aurora Police Department were setting up a roadblock after a Bills game. I filmed it live, so some of the footage is a little scratchy, but let's get into it.
They got their flashlights out.
Pull right up to the stop sign, all right?
You got it.
Hey.
Daniel, what's up? Daniel?
Negative. I don't roll down my window for Nazi checkpoints.
Mr. Warmus, how are you tonight?
Am I free to go?
What's that?
Am I free to go?
You got anything to drink tonight?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, that's fine.
Am I free to go?
No, you do have to put your window down.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What law is that?
What's that?
What law is that?
You have to put your window down.
Are you detaining me for not rolling down my window? Am I free to go?
I know.
I'm sorry, are you guys detaining me for not rolling down my window?
You're all set.
Free to go, huh? Gotta roll my window down, guys. They gotta make fools of themselves. How about that, huh? He's gonna park up the road and come back and watch us. They already know it.
So I went ahead and pulled over and continued to film the DUI checkpoint. If you want to see that full video, link is in the description. But here we go, fam.
Good, Lieutenant Harry, East Aurora Police. What have you do is maybe pull down right in front of those police cars in that parking lot over there. Okay, I'll be right down there.
That's what happens when you answer questions. The question to ask him at that point is, if I don't do this, am I going to be arrested? If you're not sure, ask him. Looking him up. guy here has got a gang patch on his hat. He's out here checking cars and stopping people throwing up gang signs.
So it's pretty much 50-50, halfway back and forth. You got state troopers pulling people in for DUI, and you had the East Aurora Police Department pulling people in for DUI.
Hey, Lieutenant, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
On your average DWI like this, like people are leaving here, they're going back to your station. Are they getting booked there and released that night, or are they ending up
They are,
just
yeah.
spending a night?
Pending something else.
Do you know
Because
if he
not,
had the car keys on him?
they should still be with the vehicle. At least a positive.
Yeah, it can stay on even when he walks away.
They went through it, but if not, we'll get it back here. So pending anything other than just a regular standard
As long as they don't
DWI.
have warrants or something like
Yeah,
that.
something
And then,
out of normal. But otherwise, yeah, there's a speed process, and then they're being released on their own recognizance
Is
to a
it
third party.
is it different since bail reform?
No,
Before bail reform, did people mostly spend the night, see a judge in the morning?
It used to be a little bit different. I mean, there's a little bit more paperwork associated with it now, but for the most part, it's pretty standard for a DWI. Bail reform really hasn't changed the DWI procedure too much.
You guys got cells there? You keep somebody overnight, or they get transferred right to
We do have temporary holding cells
downtown?
Yeah, they're limited basis. So obviously, if we're just waiting for a judge, they can go in there for a little bit. But otherwise, if they're going to be for a longer hold, it's all based on a judge sending them downtown.
All right. The other question would be, like people getting here getting a DUI tonight, are you guys giving them an option to have somebody, two sober drivers, come pick up the car, or are you going straight for the impound?
No, unfortunately, under New York State law, we have a mandatory 12-hour impound of any vehicle that was arrested for DWI. So they don't have the option of leaving in this vehicle.
I've seen them do it before, but that's interesting. Thank you.
No problem.
This guy's out of here. I think that's all we got in the queue for now.
There's a study downstate too, like on Long Island. That's what I thought you guys was down there. I had high hopes this year, but they haven't won yesterday at all. I'm like got the band fans, follow across it all.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, of course, yeah. 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 Is that left one front or right front? Yep. In front of my right in front of my left? I just want to be clear. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to be clear so I don't, Can you repeat one more? Right in front of my left and then 9 steps, a pivot and then... Okay. Right, it's a lot of steps. What I'm saying is I want to be, I want to be...
You're good. Right where you're at, just stay where you're at, so keep going from here. So far you've done everything.
Yeah. I just had a couple questions,
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. I'm not. Yeah. I don't know. I repeated once more. I don't want any trouble. We're using, like, I feel like we're almost wasting our time together.
I like this guy, guys. I like this guy.
And I'm not trying to be a nuisance on anybody. Yeah. Yeah. So I have to be on first. Okay. Just let's go parallel. I had a couple friends that were like, well, one off was like, well, your toe wasn't up, your toe wasn't down, like, Do you allow my truck to? I'm gonna see where they're at. I'll release that vehicle. Yeah. You wanna? See where they're at. I gotta go grab some out of my vehicle so we're not out there. And then I'm gonna see where they're at. One of them is on there. Does he drive? And we just say, look, everybody take a valid license. Everybody got valid license? Anyone think they're gonna drive? You drive?
I could try. He says.
No, I'm gonna go get one. I'll get that one first. At least you want something right? You want to see where you're at?
He wants to do it for fun, guys.
Is that window go down? Alright, you can hop off.
I think that guy should have drove in the first place. That's a kick in the pants right there.
So we got East Aurora PD telling us it's a state law that the cars must be impounded. Now you got the state police violating the state law. Or did Lieutenant here lie to me? We're going to have to confront him now and ask him what the gig is.
There's the van leaving with somebody else driving and not being impounded against state law, according to this lieutenant. Hey, why are the state troopers letting other people drive the car home, breaking the law? Or are you getting kickbacks from the tow companies?
Kickbacks, it's our policy, we have to do that.
It's your guys' policy?
Our policy.
I thought a minute ago it was state law.
What's that?
I thought you said it was state law.
Yeah. Let me show up, please. I can't tell you what the troopers do.
So is it a policy or a state law? What?
It could be both. It's in our policy, though, that we have to do it.
Oh man, it went from state law to a policy. Did you say you could be getting kickbacks? Did you say you could be getting kickbacks from the tow company? That'd be quite the investigation that would be spewing. I have to look back. I'm pretty sure you said it was a state law, now it's just a policy.
No, unfortunately, under New York state law, we have a mandatory 12-hour impound of any vehicle that was arrested for DWI.
So, Erie County fam, after seeing this road stop where I asked the lieutenant of the East Aurora Police Department if they were giving the opportunity for drivers to take the car home with them or if they were mandated to tow the vehicle. And the lieutenant told us that it was a state law. Now, I looked into it, and I'm pretty sure I knew that it wasn't a state law. I just assumed, you know, cops' mouth moving, must be lying. And he didn't let down because, lo and behold, we start seeing the state police allowing people to take their vehicles home. And they even went as far as to breathalyze other people in the vehicle and did some just for fun till they found one that was able to take the car for them and did not impound the vehicles. Now, which also raised much more suspicion after the supervisor, the lieutenant, called it a state law. And the state troopers clearly are not going to violate the state law in front of my camera, knowing that they would be held accountable. So I went ahead and pressed the supervisor and asked him, is that a state law? Because the state troopers are allowing them to take the vehicle. And he said it's a policy within the East Aurora Police Department. And I said, wait a minute ago you said it is a state law. Is it a policy or a state law? He says it could be both. Well, we're going to go ahead and do a full request on it, but the thing that makes it suspicious, and when I asked him if it's, you know, about kickbacks, let's take a look at this article. Back here in 2013, Councilman Bach, wait a minute, the towing company is called Bach, running for Aurora Supervisor. So East Aurora is the village, Aurora is the town. They share the same town hall, and I'm looking at this article here telling us about James Bach himself, and he's going to be running for supervisor. And lo and behold, you read through the article, and what do we have here? An Aurora native, vice president of Bach Towing and Auto Repair in Elma. So now we have Bach Towing having a policy that they must impound the cars. We got a supervisor lying about it. I asked him if there's kickbacks. He says no, but what do you guys think at home, fam? Do you think this is dirty work? Because it doesn't look very straightforward to me that the supervisor has some type of contract with Bach Towing, and we're going to go ahead and pull a FOIA request. Wait till you see what they came up with on the FOIA request. Let's take a look at
today. Is December 29th. It is a Friday, and we're down here in the village of East Aurora, which actually has the town of Aurora Town Hall, and the second entrance over there is the village of East Aurora Village Hall. And down here do a little civil rights investigation and an investigation on the supervisor who has the towing contract for the police department. Let's go ahead and get in. Nice new building.
Bayfront's very cute. And that's where.
Hey, there's one.
Hi. Bayfront is very cute.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you stay there, and that's where it's very close to his school, so to where Charlie wants to go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year. See ya.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm just doing a FOIA request. I do that here.
I'm sorry?
I do a FOIA request here.
Yeah, we'll get you the form.
I'm just to know the relationship between the town of Aurora and the East Aurora Village. police department. Do you guys share the police department, or the police department belongs to the village, or?
The police department belongs to the village, and we contract with the village for police protection in the town.
Alright, so it's kind of like Lancaster.
Yeah, yeah.
The town owns the police department, but the village utilizes it, contracts with it.
You're welcome.
You are the town clerk?
Yeah.
Your name is?
Martha.
You are elected or appointed?
I'm elected.
Elected.
Yeah. So, what the town clerk in Erie County is.
So there's just two things on there would be obviously the contracts. It looks like you're already working on that. And then any contracts between the town and Bach Towing or shipping or trucking services.
Okay. There, we have no contracts with any towing or trucking services at all. So I will give you a copy of this. And I will email you, please. I'll make you a copy of this, and then I will email you the, so it's auditing Erie County at gmail.com?
Yep.
Okay.
Only there till 2. They're closing early.
Better hurry on over there,
They
huh?
work till 4.
You can give me about 3 minutes to email that. I've
Huh.
changed the title on it and everything.
3 minutes is
Okay.
more than efficient. You guys got 20 days.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So the town of Aurora has a contract with the police services, and I pulled the records on that to see, you know, because the police department runs by the village of East Aurora, and here's the contract that they pulled up about sharing the police department to the village and the town. So the town here put this FOIL request out, and they pretty much filled it before I even left the building. So as far as a full request review on that, I would give them a full A+. You can't get the FOIL faster than this. I got the FOIL filled before I even got a recognition letter of, you know, and 20 days after that. So you can't deny that the town of Aurora's clerk did one heck of a job on the FOIL response. So this is the FOIL response for that. Let's just scroll through it real quick. You guys can pause it if you want to read any of that. And that is the police contract between the police and the town and the village to use the police services.
This dude locked up.
Hi, how are you today?
Pretty good.
What can we do for you?
Looking to do a full request.
Okay.
You guys out here at 2 today?
Yeah.
That's what I just said over at the town. You guys are.
Do you have the request form? If not, I can print it from the website. Can you print it from the website? Yeah. I don't know if I have it down here.
Are you guys starting an early holiday?
Hope so. Yeah, I don't have any number. Thank you. No problem. Okay. Yeah. That was a whole folder. You just need one?
Yeah, I think I just need a few things of information. One form would be fine.
Absolutely. Need a pen?
Yeah, probably gonna need a pen.
Yeah. There you go. We'll grab that for you. Alright. Yep. Perfect.
I think I got that all filled out. This pen's like really fast writing. It makes my handwriting actually sloppy. Like it moves so easy. Like the ball pen must be like extra rolly. But
Awesome. I think that's everything we need.
just to make sure we can read that. The first one there is all contracts with Bach Towing
Bach Towing.
and the police department.
Yep, I can read that definitely.
The village policies / laws
Village laws, policies.
on DUI or DWI cars. Like
Cars over releasing to other family or friends.
so, like
Is that what it?
yeah, like for instance, I was at a DUI checkpoint just
Okay.
the other day with them.
Okay.
Bach Towing was towing all the cars that got DUIs.
Okay.
The lieutenant told me there's a policy and a state law,
Okay.
which he couldn't decide which one it was,
Okay.
about they couldn't release the car to another family member or somebody, they had to tow it.
Oh.
It was like a mandatory tow. And he told me it was a state law, but then the
Okay.
state troopers were releasing cars to somebody else who was in the car with them. So it can't be a state law, otherwise either the state troopers are violating the law,
Right.
or the lieutenant was unfamiliar, so that's why I put law or policy.
Okay.
Because then after I explained to them that the troopers were letting them go,
Yeah.
that's that. And then the last thing on there would be the East Aurora Police Department's complete general order,
Okay.
or
Patrol guide.
or patrol guide.
Okay.
I don't. Sometimes they all have different names for it. Like the general order is all the rules and regulations, the policies like uniform policies, IDing policies,
Okay.
whether they have to wear the seat belts, when to turn their body cameras on and off, types of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what the general order is.
Okay.
Some places call it a general order. Some places call it a patrol guide.
Okay.
And,
I mean, if they have questions, I'm sure.
yeah,
they
I
can
got
call
the phone
you.
number, email
Yeah.
on there as well.
Absolutely.
If I could just get a timestamp copy
Yeah,
of
of
it.
course you can.
Are you the village clerk?
I'm the deputy clerk treasurer. She's the village clerk in training, village clerk, and then the village administrator / clerk treasurer is actually on vacation this week.
Gotcha. Is the village clerk here appointed or elected?
Village clerks are appointed.
Appointed.
They're not elected. Nobody in this office was elected.
Gotcha.
I don't think I could run for office.
No?
I don't think I have it in me. All right. There's a copy for you to take with you.
Can I get one of those business cards?
Absolutely. So this
I got
is,
one of these ones.
Okay. This is for our DPW clerk. She's also our water billing clerk.
All right.
So,
She's the one that's not here right now?
no, she's the one who's not here right now.
Okay.
She's our interim village administrator since ours passed. Well, she retired in May.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a happy new year. Yeah, I got one from.
Because I plugged it in. So you have one for 900.
Yeah.
And then, so then where's the 50?
It is, yeah, it's like $9 over. Are we off?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it $1.34? Are you filming us?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not allowed here.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a constitutional. It's a constitutional right.
Yeah, he's allowed to. He's absolutely allowed to. Yeah.
So, excuse me.
Can I get her name? The public employee that was just here.
I'm actually resigning today, so I don't want to be a part of the office.
Oh, your name is
Crystal Barrett.
Crystal Bear. Thank you.
I'm actually moving to another municipality, so I don't want it to be confusing for anybody.
No, it's all right. I just want to know who was.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, just so you know, whatever municipality or government entity you ever work for, you sign your right away for privacy. In an office like that, you have the right to take pictures in the offices. That's all. But, thank you. Actually, looks pretty good here.
Let me take a look. I'll take a look. We'll check it out. Was that
After finishing my foil, I decided to take a walk around the building and check out the building, and I happened to pass the senior center, so I decided to check it out as well, and then this happened. This is a new building down here, big old building. Senior center's open.
I'm right here.
No, I gotta make a salad for later.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Me? I'm just taking some pictures of the office here.
Okay, don't take me.
And you're with?
I'm by myself.
And what are you taking pictures for?
Oh, just a story I'm working on East Aurora.
Okay. I'm
And,
just asking because it's not every day somebody just comes in and randomly starts taking pictures.
Yeah, just taking pictures of the office, what's available, some of the pamphlets on the wall, decorations, you know, how the place looks, what's available for the public.
For,
Public dissemination. I'm going to disseminate it all to the public.
do you have a card or something?
I do, but I don't usually give it out because it's actually an investigation, so I can't give out any information because it might impede my investigation.
Well, I would really appreciate you writing your name down so the director, excuse me, I don't feel comfortable you taking pictures and, do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Unless you have permission from...
This is a public area.
Well, it is, but...
Yeah. So anything I can see, take pictures of.
Could you give me your name just so the director knows who is...
I actually can't because there might, like I said, it's an investigation going on.
Okay,
so.
then maybe I would ask you to stop taking pictures then, please?
No, I'm just going to take the pictures I need and I'll be on my way. Your name is?
No, I'm not at liberty if you're not going to give me your name, sir.
Don't you work for the public?
I don't feel comfortable you filming.
Do you work for the public?
Do you work for the public?
No, I don't. I'm an independent.
I ask you to please leave our facility.
I hear you requesting that, but I'm going to have to respectfully decline to leave until I'm done with my photos. But you do work for the public,
Would you like me to
right?
call my boss?
You can call whoever you like.
I'm asking you to stop filming. I don't feel comfortable you taking pictures of our members' names and... Do you know what I mean? It's just a little awkward if you won't
Yeah, I mean, you can
share
cover
why
it up,
you're...
cover up anything that you think is not supposed to be out to the public.
Oh, my word.
You don't want to say your name, though?
No, because you won't give me your name.
You work for the public. I don't.
Doesn't matter, sir.
I think it matters. You get paid by tax dollars, and
Oh, my
members of the
word.
public come out here.
Oh, my word.
You should be able to at least give a first name.
Susan?
How we think
Could
that
I ask your assistance for a minute, please?
your name is probably public record.
This gentleman is taking pictures and photos of clients.
There's HIPAA protected information.
And I've asked him to leave, and he won't leave because
What are you doing here?
Your name is?
I won't.
Yeah, I don't have to give you my name.
Oh, well, I
there's
don't have to
HIPAA
listen to you because you won't even tell me who you are.
Can I?
Yeah, call because there's HIPAA protected information here, so we absolutely cannot be filming. Yeah. That's weird. I've seen this on TikTok before. There's always troublemakers like this.
I just don't feel comfortable.
It's a senior center and an adult daycare.
Hi, this is Jennifer at the Town of Aurora Senior Center. Could you please send a car over? I have an unwanted guest that will not leave. 101 King Street. Thank you.
You just called the police on a member of the public?
I'm
In public?
I'm protecting my members.
By violating somebody else's civil rights?
You won't
No,
share why you're here, sir.
Yeah, there's
I
HIPAA
did share why I'm here.
No, our people are covered by HIPAA.
See, I'm not bound by HIPAA.
Our people are.
Yeah,
We're
but I'm
protecting
So
our
it's
members.
absolutely.
I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Yeah, I see
You
clowns like you
weren't
all
though,
the
sir.
time
The
on
door was
TikTok.
You
shut
seen
and the
what?
lights are off.
You seen what?
Clowns like you on
Clowns,
TikTok
huh?
all the time. Yeah.
Sir,
This is
the
a
door
public-
was
this
shut
is a
and the
public
lights
thing.
were off and you came in
This door was definitely not shut.
It was shut.
What a loser.
Hi.
I'm a loser?
Hi, Carol.
Oh, you guys are gonna.
We don't
be
find
for
it
rude-
funny to
I don't find it
protect
funny
our-
being called a loser either.
I didn't call you any names. I said I don't find it funny and I don't feel comfortable. This is our members' club.
This is a public entity.
It is, but
This is a public space.
I don't go to
This is
your
publicly
home.
accessible.
I don't go to your home and take pictures.
I don't go to your home either.
Well, this is like my home.
No, this is a public space.
This is my home. I protect. This is my family.
Is this lady here the supervisor? The one you called?
She is one of my bosses, yes.
I need to do a FOIL request.
Excuse me?
A FOIL request. Freedom of Information Law request.
What are you asking me?
I'm asking for a FOIL request
A
form.
FOIL request form?
Correct.
I don't even know what you're asking me for,
That's for
sir.
Freedom of
I've asked
Information
you
Law.
to leave.
I understand you asked me to leave.
Well-
you don't have that right.
I'm not giving you anything. I'm asking you to leave our building.
Our building, that's correct. Our building. Your building, my building. Anybody who walks through these doors.
Are you a
is
town
their
of Aurora
building.
resident?
I'm a taxpayer.
A town of Aurora?
Does town of Aurora take state taxes, federal taxes, money? Do you know what the 14th Amendment is?
Thank you.
Do you know what the 14th Amendment is? Equal access. Means you don't have to be from a town to utilize their services. So you're going to refuse public services here?
I am not speaking to you until the police officer arrives. I have nothing more to say to you. I've asked you to leave our building.
I've asked for public services. You're going to deny public services. No, I'm looking for a FOIL request form.
Excuse me. I just talked to my attorney, and excuse me, you have to stay out here. This isn't public access. Excuse me.
Don't touch me.
Please
Don't
get
touch
out
me.
of the office.
I talked to our attorney, and she said he absolutely cannot film in this area because there's HIPAA-protected
This is publicly
information.
accessible.
No, it's not. There's
There's a counter
HIPAA-protected
to walk up
information.
to.
Here they are. You understand what's happening here?
Oh, what's going on?
This man came into the building with no business being there, said it's a public building. We have HIPAA-protected information. Our people that come to this building are protected by privacy laws, and he will not leave. He wants my name, he's filming us, and we really don't want him in there. And he's saying because it's a public place, he went into the office where they're by law we are
It's a
bound by
publicly
privacy.
accessible
I
area.
talked to our
Unlocked,
attorney.
open
She
doors.
said he absolutely
Go up to the
cannot be in
counter
office where all
and
the
talk to
private
some people.
information
Yeah.
is, healthcare information. You're familiar with him? We want to take over the office.
You're not going to give your name? You're not going to state your name as a public employee?
I'm not a public employee.
You don't work for the public?
No, absolutely
No, where do you get your
not.
paycheck from?
I run a nonprofit organization.
This is a non-profit? This isn't a public building?
Part of this building is a nonprofit agency, and if you step foot in there, you will be arrested.
I'm gonna step foot if I'm gonna be arrested for going in this public building?
In the part of the building that I run, you are forbidden entrance. Is that locked?
No, ma'am.
Will you lock it?
What?
Yeah, lock it.
She's coming.
You can talk to the police officer through the window. And if he does go into that part of the building, it's a private nonprofit. I do want him arrested for trespass.
What part of this building is private? Are you aware, officer?
Yeah, ma'am, we're trying to figure out where he can and can't go. Like, is there anything that
He
marks where
absolutely is forbidden from going in that office.
Sure.
He's forbidden. I will have him arrested if he goes beyond that door right there, because that's a private nonprofit.
Okay.
There's something else privately I want to tell you.
What part of this public building is private?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, Dan.
I mean, I just walked up to the open door that says the reception area. I walked up to the receptionist desk and they flipped out.
Well, not everyone's happy with everyone.
Transparency.
Well, again, we don't know what people are doing. That's why we go to calls and talk to everyone involved and go from there, you know?
Gotcha.
Library.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How you doing?
Pretty good. So we clarify what part of this public building is non-publicly accessible, it's private?
So anywhere besides the rooms that she explained to you before.
They're private?
There's HIPAA protected
Yeah,
information
but
in
it
those
doesn't apply
rooms.
to me. If my Republican can walk into there, it doesn't apply to them. Like, I understand
She said
HIPAA.
you can roam in here, go in the library, any of those rooms over there.
So I'm not, I understand that I'm not allowed to go, you know, past locked doors, restricted access areas, but I don't believe that office is restricted access. The door was open, it's a reception area in a public building. I mean, are you telling me that that's a private office?
Well,
that I'm not allowed to
I'll
walk in
confirm
there?
with her, Dan.
So that, Dan, that door was open when you got here?
Yeah, just like this.
No.
So is this a private office or public? Because it looks public to me. It's in a public building.
It is private. The door was shut and the light was off.
I'm reminding you, it's all on video. Whether this door is shut,
Well, it was supposed
is
to
it
be
shut right now?
If it was, it's
So the
open
public
now.
is not allowed to walk in here up to this counter?
Not when the light is off and the door is shut. And to just.
So the light's on and the door is not shut, so I'm allowed in here now? Let's be clear. I mean, I'm here to follow the law. I'm not here to break the law. I don't want to break the
I
law.
didn't feel comfortable with you taking photographs. I asked you to stop.
Well, unfortunately,
We
your
have private
feelings don't
medical
trump rights,
information.
people's rights.
Can I take you to a private part of the building?
Sure. Maria? He's asking me to leave the.
If you're going to leave
office.
the office, then you can close that office and it'll be done.
He just wants to walk in the back room to tell her
I need-
what the story is
I
here.
need to shut the door, sir.
Yeah, she's
I
going
mean,
to
if you're closing the office, so you're closing the office.
Yeah, just for a second.
When she called the police like I'm doing something wrong, I'm definitely not.
And I truly am a hypocrite.
You guys know I'm doing constitutionally protected activity here.
Yep. Some information in that office is protected though. So.
Correct. And who's the onus on to protect that information? Is it on me, the general public, or is it on the people who work the office?
Well, it's on the information that's in the office.
So if they have people's personal information, the HIPAA's protected, and I'm standing here with a camera like this, am I breaking the law? No. Right. So the onus is on the people who are, you know, held by HIPAA, not myself.
Yes, but the door was closed when you walked
No,
in. So
no, the door was not closed.
The door was closed when you first got here.
No, it was not.
Okay. That's what I was told.
So yeah, they're lying. But that's why I video record everything.
Okay.
So.
How you doing, sir?
Good. It's private property. I mean, for him.
Right.
You doing this?
Okay. Hi, Mike, you can come in.
I haven't seen you in ages.
No, you haven't.
How are you?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Good.
It's wonderful to see you. You're looking good.
You're welcome. If there's any further issues,
And if
give
you
us a
don't want to
buzz.
be filmed, just keep on walking.
Thank you.
It was great to see you.
Like I said, going forward, try and put up some private property signs or
Okay.
keep things locked where you don't want the general public getting into kind of thing.
Okay.
Sucks, but
Okay.
sucks, but
Yeah, okay.
What sucks about freedom and the rights
Yeah,
of the
because
people?
normally the people that come to the senior center never, ever go in that office.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
just standard protocol, you know, that's just,
Yeah.
you know, an honors
Right.
based thing. And now, because of our visitor, we'll change that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And luckily my place is,
Well, your doors are locked.
well, and
Yeah,
mine is private property, mine is.
Officer,
I'm not part of the town.
what is
Okay.
unfortunate about
He
people
doesn't-
having constitutional
He
rights?
can't come in my place, and if he does, I'll call.
yeah, by all means.
Okay,
So,
all right. So I
I guess
appreciate
lessons
it.
learned going forward kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, we appreciate
But
it.
by all means, call anytime.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Officer-
thank you. Thank you, sirs.
What is unfortunate about people exercising their constitutional rights?
Thank you, Officer Johnson.
That's, that's what we call the walk of shame right there.
Did Officer Spy come out, or is...
So what is unfortunate about people being able to exercise their rights and hold government accountable?
You don't think you got the whole thing, Dan?
No? Because that's what I heard. Like you're saying it's not unfortunate, or it is? Unfortunately, we're allowed to exercise constitutional rights in public? I don't get it. It's not a good look for the East Aurora PD. You're not representing them well. Your body camera on the whole time in here? Is your body camera on?
Get out of my
here?
way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching
This is
me.
officer safety.
Quit touching
Dan?
me. Why are you Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that office.
The door's
Wanna make
locked.
sure-
He didn't even say excuse me or nothing. He's just gonna grab me? Who do you think you are? Is your body camera
Get
on
out of my
here?
way.
Get out of your way.
I'm looking.
Quit touching
This is
me.
officer safety.
Quit touching
Dan?
me. Why are you Why is he touching me?
He wants to get past you to get into that office.
The door's
Wanna make
locked.
sure-
He didn't even say excuse me or nothing. He's just gonna grab me? Who do you think you are? We need to file a complaint against you?
Do what you gotta do,
Cartwright?
Dan.
I asked you a question. Is your body camera on this whole time that you just put your hands on me? Yeah. I have to file a complaint against this clown.
You all good? Yeah. Okay.
Who's the supervisor around here? Is there a supervisor here?
Lieutenant Welch is the supervisor on duty today.
Can you call him down here?
Sure.
Thank you. Officer Cartwright here thinks he can just put his hands on somebody, he can move him out of the way instead of saying, excuse me, I'm not under arrest, I'm not breaking the law. You have zero authority over me. You do not put your hands on citizens. You don't grab their arms like that. You don't push nobody. That's not lawful. You don't have no lawful authority to do nothing. And nobody's breaking the law. Do you understand?
Supervisor, if you could swing through.
You good? Yep. All right.
Why don't you stick around while your supervisor comes down here after you put your hands on me?
Lieutenant Welch is on his
Unlawfully.
way down, Dan.
You got a card or anything? This clown wants to put his hands on people like he's some tough guy. He can just do whatever he wants because he wears a badge. This is what gives police a bad look. You guys understand that? Don't stand in my view. I'm gonna put my hands on you. What a clown.
Supervisor will be here momentarily.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
Are you taking off or are you hanging out until he gets here?
I'll hang out.
Did you see him grab me like that?
I happen to be looking out the door, so I didn't see him grab you.
That's the kind of stuff that gives you guys a bad look. I mean, all I asked him is the camera's on. He ignored me and I stepped into his view and he grabs me for officer safety. I mean, come on. Officer safety is cowardism. You know, public safety is heroism. And you know what? I like you. I have no problems with you. You're very cordial. Absolutely no gripes with you. But that guy's out of control. That's the stuff that gives police a bad look, a bad name, and it's not going to look good when I put it in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And it's unfortunate. Why's he got to go hands-on? That's piss poor. I mean, maybe, not saying that's in your place, but maybe when you see him next time, be like, you know, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. It wasn't a good look for us.
Well, I'll leave that up to a supervisor to take care of that.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll be waiting right inside this building here.
What's your name, sir?
Mr. Erie County.
Mr. Erie County?
Correct.
Okay.
The guy who put his hands on me knew my first name when he showed up without asking.
Okay.
You don't?
Just so, no, I don't.
No, I don't need any directives or unsolicited directives. I know where I can go.
Okay,
and where
I'm
I
just
can't
telling you
go.
this door is locked because there is a private meeting going on in there that is protected.
Yeah, and
So-
if it's locked, obviously
Yeah.
it's restricted.
So I'm
I
just
can
letting
never
you
get
know
in
that.
there. I mean,
Okay.
anywhere that's publicly accessible has to have due notice to it, meaning signs and stuff like that. So I mean, I know where I can and can't go.
Right,
If
I'm
it's
just
questionable,
advising
I
you
would
because
never
it is a
enter.
public building.
I would never enter
Okay.
a questionable area. But I'm saying that door was locked or closed. It definitely wasn't.
Okay. All right. I was just advising you on that. They asked me to pass that on to you. Okay?
I don't need any directives.
Okay.
What I need is respect for police officers.
That's why I
Like
was
yourself-
talking to you
like
when
yourself, you know
when I
what I mean?
approached you. Yep.
Now, if I said to you, "Is your body camera on?" Would you just blatantly ignore me, or a member of the public?
Nope.
It'd be inappropriate.
So, okay.
Did you inform the supervisor I'm looking to file a complaint?
I informed the supervisor what's going on here. He's on his way.
All right.
Okay.
What's going on?
Not much. I need to file an official complaint against an officer of theirs who put his hands on me unlawfully.
What's that?
I need to file an official complaint against an officer who put his hands on me unlawfully.
What do you mean he put his hands on you?
He grabbed my arm and he pushed me on my chest and tried to move me because of officer safety, he claimed, but
Okay.
he has no lawful authority to put his hands on anybody.
Well, what happened? What led up to it?
I asked him if his body camera was on, and he ignored me. And I took a step over like this to his point of view. I said, "Sir, is your body camera on?" And then he grabbed me. He grabbed me around, around my arm right here, and he pushed me like this, and he tried moving me. And I didn't break no law, so I don't see what authority he had to even put his hands on me or have any control of where a free citizen stands or is, to move. So I want to file an official complaint, but I can't go to the police department.
Why can't you?
I have a federal court order that would make that a violation of my federal probation to step foot on police department property. So I need to do that here with you, or
Do you have a video?
I do have
of
video
this whole
of it.
incident?
I have it on body camera, I have it on this camera, and I have it on this camera.
What's your first name?
My name is Daniel.
Your initial?
J.
Last name?
Warmus, W-A-R-M-U.
What was the officer's name?
I want to say it was Cartwright. You know what I'm talking about?
I do have an officer car right here.
Yeah, Cartwright. He was just here at this call.
Was this inside here?
It was inside here.
Okay. Why don't you show me how this whole thing went down?
Well, this lady who works for the public who won't identify herself called the police because I was filming in publicly accessible areas.
I didn't call, and I don't work for this.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm talking to him right now. And they came. They lied. This lady lied and said this door was shut and it was restricted access area. The door was wide open. There's people standing in there. I walked in there. I took some pictures of the stuff that's available, what the office looked like. They asked me to leave several times. I told them I was in a publicly accessible area. That they have no right to ask me to leave a public area. I think a matter of 4 officers showed up, plus you're the 5th here, I believe. This gentleman here was very polite and cordial. I appreciate him. But this Cartwright came in and he was standing right here and I was standing here and I asked him, and it's on his body camera, it's on my body camera, it's on 4 different cameras. I'm sure there's some security footage in here of him grabbing me. And I asked him, is your body camera on for this? Because he was saying unprofessional things like, unfortunately, the public has the right to video record in public spaces. And I asked him, I said, it's unfortunate that people have civil rights, and he was ignoring me, acting very unprofessional as an officer, unbecoming of the uniform. And he was standing here, I think he was looking into this window. And I asked him if his body camera was on. That's when I stepped over and I said, "Sir, is your body camera on?" That's when he reached out and grabbed me.
Okay.
And he had no lawful
Did you like
authority
enter
to
his
touch.
personal space? Or
No.
That he felt threatened
No, like,
by you?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I could stop this one camera, roll it back if you want to see it. Like, no closer than me and you. He had to step forward to grab me.
Okay.
They need to file a complaint against you? Cartwright?
He thinks it's a joke.
I asked you a
So what you
question,
gotta
your body
do.
camera
I don't want to file a
this whole time,
complaint.
you just
And
put
I don't
your
want to
hands up.
complain. I don't want to be that guy, but like, all right, say you were at a bar and you got a little scuffle with somebody and somebody gave you a shove, right? You could probably shrug that off. But when you're in this uniform, somebody gives you a little shove, that's a problem. Because you're in a uniform, the uniform needs to be respected, right? Same thing here. I have a job to do. First I'm an auditor. I disseminate the information to the public. I show how the police interact. I show how the people interact with the public, right? I don't want to file a complaint against them, but now I have to because the people expect me to. And I have to go to the full extent of the law to hold this guy accountable. Now my body camera and his body camera is going to show you even more. I'm going to full request his body camera footage. I'm going to see if there's cameras in this building we can full request. And I'm going to get it all. But the point is, he has no authority to put his hands on me at that point.
Prior to that, did he ask you to get out of the way so you could go in there? Did he
You watched
step
the whole
aside?
thing. You watched the whole thing.
What transpired prior to so he was trying to get in here for? I'm good.
I don't even think he was trying to get in there.
Officer Spahn was in that room.
Okay.
There was an officer in there.
So the officer with him is currently in training. So if he was watching his performance or watching his whatever it is he was doing, he was observing his trainee. If he felt the need to go in there to deal with him, I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet, but is that what?
All right, so
the
say
gist
I'm
of
here
what's
to take pictures and I want to take a picture behind you. Do I just say, get out of the way, grab your arm and your chest and move you?
Well,
or do you say,
no.
excuse me? I mean, there's a polite way of doing it. Number one, that's the polite way of doing it. Number two, I have not broken no law here.
Okay.
I've committed no crime. And under the Fourth Amendment, I have authority over him versus me. So he has no authority to put his hands on me whatsoever.
All right. Well, I've got your information.
I'd like to
and I've
put an
got
official
your-
complaint in. I can't come to the police station,
That's
so
what this
otherwise
is.
I would like to
So
I
it'll
would go
be.
there and fill out the paperwork.
I will obviously investigate. I'll look at everything all the things that I have access to, and I'll be sure to get back to you with what we figure out.
All right. Next week after the holiday, I'm gonna go down to the clerk's office in the town. I'm gonna full request everything as far as his body camera footage. All the officers here, his body camera footage that was there. Do you have a call number for the incident of them coming here, or
Yeah,
one
sure.
of you guys can give me that? We
can
go
give that
outside,
to
we
you.
grab that. I got all the photographs I need here.
You got one of those yellow pieces of paper?
Yeah, I should.
Just so it's easier to reference what the call was and all that.
Sure. No,
But you understand what I'm saying? Like at a
do.
bar and somebody gave you a shove, you can try to shrug it off. But if they shove you in the line of your duty, you have to,
Sure.
That is what it is. I mean, do I think it's appropriate for a police officer? No, it gives you guys a really bad look. I disseminate the video footage is going to go out between, and now that an officer put his hands on me, over 100,000 people are probably going to watch this video. And I'm sure you guys can understand the consequences of doing stuff like that to the member of the public, and what kind of outreach that's going to end up catching you guys on the long run. And all I'm asking for is justice. You know what I mean? Like if somebody did that to you in uniform, you would have to pursue it in the legal way. That if somebody pushes you at a bar, it might be a battery. Somebody pushes you in uniform, now that's a felony. All right. Now when an officer puts his hands on me while I'm video recording and doing my audit, I have to hold him accountable. And if you don't hold him accountable, I'm going to expose that as well.
I have to review his body camera.
And I respect that.
I have to
because
talk to him.
I would never
about
take
the
nobody's
situation.
name, nobody's word over everything. I want you to do your
Right.
investigation.
So
I want
it'll
you to
be-
write your report, and I want to define all that.
It'll be under investigation. I'm not the chief of police, but I'll work with the chief of police on. He gets to know about all complaints against officers. So obviously this is something that's not going to be finished today.
Yeah.
But there will be a resolution.
Yeah.
Okay. My officer over here is getting you a piece of paper that's going to show the complaint card number that you can reference.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
But if you guys need anything else, give me a call. Any other questions?
I got your information, so he'll give you
if
what
you guys
you
want
need.
any footage from me,
whether it's the upper camera, the lower camera, my body camera. But I'm telling you right now, I can still feel where he grabbed my arm. And you know, it wasn't no light. It was, you know, you can grab somebody to move them. It wasn't like that. He was viciously grabbing my arm.
Okay.
He squeezed my arm to the point where I can still feel it right now.
Do you know him?
And you can
personally?
see my arm. I'm not usually shook like this. I mean, I'm a little agitated and a little irritated because I deal with police all the time. I deal with these situations all the time. This really irks me.
Do you know him?
I've never met him before in my life.
Okay.
I've never seen him before in my life. I don't think I've ever seen him before in my life. I don't know if I've ever met. The name P. Welch sounds familiar, but there's probably a few Welches out there.
So. Okay,
But,
all right, we'll be in touch though.
I will
got
full request
it's
the
an
body,
official complaint. And we'll
body
look
camera
into
footage, and eventually we'll have the final report of whatever's written up about it.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
All right, take care.
I appreciate you guys.
I personally put in 2 calls to the East Aurora Police Department for a supervisor to call me back after this incident to talk to them. Nobody has ever returned my call. I have very little faith this police department will hold anybody accountable. But there will be a part 2 about this when we get that body camera footage. That's for sure. So this is the full request that came back here. They're saying the village does not maintain possession of documents represented as anything to do with Bach Towing. So they're claiming that they don't have a contract or anything to do with Bach Towing as far as documents or contracts with Bach Towing, all right? They released the police department's policy of towing as attached, all right? And then we got the village does not maintain any possession of any documents requested to general orders or patrol guide. As I fully requested the entire patrol guide and the entire police general orders. So let's go ahead and take a look at the towing policy to find out if they have a policy about impounding cars for 12 hours. All right, so now Erie County Fam, we're pulling up the East Aurora, Town of Aurora Police Department general orders. They said that there was no general orders. They're not in possession of any documents of general orders. And they go ahead and send me a document out of the general orders. So obviously they don't know what they have. So while looking at this general orders of police department tow policies, I read through this. I could not read or find anything that says that they have to hold the car by policy. This is their tow policy for a DUI for 12 hours. So the lieutenant lied. It's not a state law. He also lied. It is not a policy to impound the vehicles. And I don't know what to tell you guys. He just definitely didn't tell the truth. He definitely lied. And it awful lot looks like a conflict of interest. Not sure why they wouldn't want to give up the contract, but I can guess why. But Erie County Fam, as far as I'm saying, they don't have any type of contract with Bach Towing. If you look at D, subsection B here, it says, if tow is necessary, the vehicle shall be taken to a safe location by a department-approved tow company. Right here. Department-approved tow company. So, how do they become approved? If they don't have a contract, or they're not picked by any type of writing they claim they have or don't have, and yet it is calling for a department-approved tow. It sounds like somebody's lying again. So there is going to be a follow-up to this. We're definitely going to get that body camera footage from Mr. Hands-On. And we're definitely going to do some more follow-up on that. But this is the East Aurora impound sheet. This is the policy. Absolutely nothing in here about keeping a car for 12 hours after a impound for a DUI. Absolutely nothing. I read through it. You guys can pause and read through it. Nothing here. So you guys tell me what you think. Are they gaslighting and lying? Are there kickbacks? Is that dirty? Would you accept that yourself? You guys let me know what you think. So there you have it. The supervisor and councilman of one time has a tow company that they don't allow the car to be removed by somebody else while the state troopers are. And there you got Bach Towing, What do you guys think? Do you think that's a conflict of interest? Do you think that the supervisor should have his tow company running these tows? It seems awful suspicious that the state troopers are allowing somebody else to take their vehicle, and not only are they allowing them to take their vehicle, they're going out of their way to breathalyze and make sure somebody else could take that vehicle. So you guys let me know what you think about that in the comment sections. Hit that like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on this one for part 2.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
You pull the Constitution out of your pockets on here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
You have every right to film. Out here, in there.
Your name is not Dan, Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah, sure it is. I'm here as Dan, Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.